This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
For Penland, catch, shoot, three, up, and it swishes in. CP for three.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Rogers at the free throw line, kicks it out. Alvey into the left corner. Weichel three. Butter. Braylon Weichel flaming hot from the outside.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Good afternoon from Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman is set to play its South Atlantic Conference opener. It's the final game of the first month of the regular season, and it's Carson-Newman up against the Catawba Indians here from Holt Fieldhouse. Andrew Rogers, delighted to have you alongside here on the Eagles Sports Network from Jefferson City, Tennessee, as Carson-Newman tries to continue its elite stretch here at home over the last several seasons. The Lady Eagles have won 28 of their past 29 home games and are trying to win their conference opener at home for the 7th straight season. Mike Mincy's teams are 11-3 in SAC openers with wins in 7 of their last 8, but they've won their first SAC home game in each of the past 6 seasons. Carson-Newman's coming off a nice win on Tuesday before Thanksgiving over 14th-rated North Georgia, 82-74. It was all Lady Eagles in that one, thanks to 50% shooting from the field. And another spectacular performance from Jennifer Sullivan paced Carson-Newman to its first home win and its 3rd win of the year. Now it's all about stacking wins for CN, and they're going to try to do it in the conference opener here at home against Catawba College, who is 2-1 this season. They've not played in 10 days. Their 2 wins are similar to Carson-Newman. Win-loss-win is how they've gone to start the year. A 5-point win over Lee's McRae. Sandwiched in between wins is a 7-point road loss to Columbus State. And most recently, 10 days ago, they defeated in comeback fashion Augusta on November 19th by a final score of 80-78 in overtime. This is the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off. We are back with head coach Mike Mincy's pregame thoughts as his team tries to start a winning streak for the first time in 2025-2026. We hear from the head coach of the Lady Eagles on the other side of this break. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers back here on the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off as Carson-Newman closes the week with another home game and the SAC opener against the Catawba College Catawba Indians. Here with the head coach, Mike Mincy for the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, 3-2 now after defending home court in your first opportunity to do so on Tuesday against ranked North Georgia. Now you face a Catawba team that hasn't played in 10 days, has just 3 games under their belt this season. I think heading into this one, the main thing is how do you be consistent on offense and really just in general probably in back-to-back games. You've gone win-loss, and now you're into a win here into this game. How does this team need to maintain what it's done in consecutive games for the first time this season against Catawba here today?
Yeah, I think all coaches probably at this point are still, we're still fresh into the season and we're all young and trying to see what kind of roster we have and who you can count on, who you can go to late games and all that kind of stuff. And, the one thing that's held true with our 2 losses thus far is it was on the second day of a 2-day tournament. That's one thing I guess you could look at. And so we haven't played well on that second day, or at least we haven't shot the ball well. And Aiken being probably the low water mark of both of those. But, you go to North Georgia and you shoot the ball, poor, and you lose by 7, even though it was less than that because we put them at the free throw line. That doesn't really scare you all that much. But then we've shot it better against Clayton State. We shot it much better. Obviously, we were at home against North Georgia. So we're moving into this game like we still don't know. It's still a lot of unknowns with our team, and we'll find out soon.
Jennifer Sullivan's been really good, obviously last season, but especially in her last 4 threes made. 4 more threes made in the last 3 games, 20-plus in those 3 games. But probably the surprising and the most intriguing thing you got was Emily Gonzalez's career-high 21 points. How important is it for Emily, Maddie, and others to continue to step up offensively? Because it seems like you know what you're going to get with Jen, but the others sometimes may be questioned. How important is it for those others to continue to play well and with confidence?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting with Emily because we need her to be that type of player. But, again, I think we talked about it after the game. She was in between positions and how we're going to play her, and I think she's just now getting comfy at what she's going to play, being the one most of the time. And during the scrimmages, she didn't take a lot of shots, didn't score a lot, and I think she just kind of these last 2 North Georgia games really she's kind of taken it upon herself to try to go and be more assertive on the offensive end, and now she's shown that she's capable of doing it, and hopefully we'll continue to see more of that because she is. We call it greasy. She's able to get to her spots, get downhill. She's playing very much like Tori did last year in terms of trying to speed the ball down the floor, which gives us an advantage offensively. And so we need to have more of that out of her. And then, I think Nux is a real catalyst there in terms of her point production. Like the one game against Aiken, she didn't shoot the ball well, only scored 1 bucket, but she was much more efficient. Keely's played a very controlled game. Obviously, Jen has done her thing, and then we're flipped the lineup up. We're going to stay with Chloe today. Continue to hopefully get more production out of her on the offensive end, and now we can bring Caroline off the bench, who's a dynamic scorer and somebody that can certainly help us coming off the bench as well as Sybil.
Andrew Rogers chatting with head coach Mike Mincy here on the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, you're facing a good team today in Catawba. They beat Augusta. Augusta beat Coker. You can always do one of those situations. You could do it this early in the year with this Catawba team. They're only lost to Columbus State, but they're obviously led by Mary Spry, 3 consecutive 20-point games. Probably at this stage one of the best centers or post players in the league this season. What stands out about her game and her 60% shooting through the first 3?
Well, she's been very efficient. She's different than the post players that we've seen thus far. She'll catch it, face up on you, shoot jumpers, fadeaways, leaning sideways. I mean, she's made them all, and then she'll obviously put the ball on the floor and try to go use footwork to get near the rim. So, as always, we've got our hands cut out for us to try to guard the other team's big, and they can actually go with 2 bigs at a time. Another big they play with, or undersized big, but Gidney, who's shooting about 71% from the field, and they go with Stokes, who's about 6 foot tall. So they can go big. I don't know if they like to do that a lot, to have both of them in at the same time, but it'll be interesting to see how we can guard Spry coming from having to guard Eminer and McLaughlin the last 2 games, and they're deep sealers and that kind of stuff. We'll see how we handle Spry, and of course, Chloe will start on her as a freshman. We'll see how that goes, and then of course we got Nux and Abba, even Keeley, that we put on her if need be.
Best of luck today.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's the head coach Mike Mincy. We're back for more on the AEC countdown to tip-off after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back courtside to Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman is set to face off against Catawba College, Catawba Indians. For the 81st time in this series history, Carson-Newman trails the series 42-38, but has won back-to-back meetings. They swept the season series last season. Carson-Newman won on November 23rd in this building, 92-80. And then less than a month later, these two teams met in Salisbury, and Carson-Newman won 67-49. That was a game in which it was totally different than the first meeting. Obviously, you had 178 combined points in the first meeting, and then just a 67-49 score in the second meeting. It was one of Carson-Newman's best defensive performances to end Catawba's 33-game home regular season winning streak. Catawba's 49 points were the second fewest in the now 80 meetings in this series. Carson-Newman leads or trails at 38-42, but leads it at home 21-15. It's Carson-Newman and Catawba. It's the sack opener on deck. We have starting lineups and opening tip from Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This
Goes up with the right hand, scores, and one.
is Carson-Newman Women's Basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
To Weichel, top of the key three for Braylon's up, swished in. Braylon Weichel from downtown gives Carson-Newman the lead back.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Life, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
We're back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman clashes with Catawba for the 81st time. It'll be Catawba's fourth game of the regular season, and it'll be Carson-Newman's sixth game of the 2025-26 regular season. Andrew Rogers, delighted to have you with us courtside here on the Eagle Sports Network. Let's give you today's starting lineups. First for Catawba College, led by Terrence McCutcheon in his sixth full season with his Catawba College Catawba Indians. In the backcourt is a sophomore guard from Asheville, North Carolina, Julie Janis. 16 minutes per game for Janis, but she has yet to score in her first three games this season. Also, the backcourt is a junior guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, 5'10", Brooklyn Ingram, the team's top three-point shooter. Three-point shooter has 12 points per game this year and has 5 threes in each of Catawba's 2 victories. Also in the backcourt is a 5'6" sophomore from Salisbury, Bailey Goodlett, 11 points per game for her. In the front court is Kyra Dixon Booker. She's a junior forward, 5'9", from Camden, South Carolina. The lineup rounds out with Mary Spry, the 6-foot senior center, averages 23 points per game and is from Faith, North Carolina. Carson-Newman's lineup is the same as it was last game. Both home games will feature a lineup of Jennifer Sullivan, Emily Gonzalez, Keely Rogers, Maddie Knuckles, and Chloe Heath. 2 senior guards, Gonzalez and Sullivan in the backcourt. You've got junior forward Maddie Knuckles, junior forward Keely Rogers, and freshman forward Chloe Heath. This bigger starting lineup is what Mike Mincy rolls with for the second straight game. For Catawba, you heard Mike Mincy talk about Mary Spry, one of the top scorers this conference has seen so far this year. 24 in blue, has scored 20 points in each of her first 3 games and has made 7 baskets in each of her first 3 games. Will be a difficult defensive assignment for Carson-Newman's freshmen Chloe Heath and Maddie Knuckles and Keely Rogers and others in this game. Catawba's in the visiting navy blue uniforms, white numerals on the front and back. Catawba red across the front of the jersey, outlined in red. Carson-Newman's in its home white, orange numerals on the front and back. Ball tipped into the backcourt. Maddie Knuckles and CN wins the tip and off and running. Sullivan, jab step, 3. It's off to the left. Rebound, Janis. 7 seconds in, Carson-Newman fires the first triple, and Catawba brings it front court. Goodlett, right-hand dribble against Rogers, floats it up and got fouled. Rogers had her hand near Goodlett's shooting wrist shooting arm, and I think Rogers clipped her on the wrist. Game's first foul is 17 seconds in on the junior forward, Keely Rogers. And that will give Bailey Goodlet 2 free throws. Couple of dribbles of the basketball. First free throw's up, swished in for Goodlet. She averages 11 points per game in 29 minutes on the floor. Sophomore from Salisbury, had a nice freshman season with Catawba College, and she buries the second one. Nothing but strings. 2-0. Indians are going to run full court man-to-man to start the game. Inbound to Sullivan. She'll walk it up. Here comes a double team as she gets to midcourt. Stops there, needs help, lobs to Knuckles just into the front court. Eagles break the timer and now can set up in the half court. Jen with a right-hand dribble out front against Janice. Hard hedge on the screen. Sullivan's doubled, splits through it, and nearly threw it away. Rogers comes up with it. Keeley has it near midcourt with 7 to shoot. Driving middle, fumbling the dribble, gives off Knuckles. Her three's blocked. It deflects out to midcourt where Goodlet's got it. She's off to the races. Running right-hand layup. Good, and one. What a start for Catawba. 47 seconds in. Their defense causes chaos and then eventually leads to an and one basket. First foul on Maddie Knuckles. She was trying to track down her blocked three-pointer and then saw Goodlet come up with it and then fouled her on the other end. First on Knuckles, second by Carson-Newman, and Goodlet completes the three-point play. She's got all 5 for Catawba to get things rolling here in Holt. Quick run and jump. They give it to Knuckles. Long skip. Gonzalez front court. 3-on-2. Emily drives to the block. Floats it up off glass with the right hand and sneaks it up and in. Carson-Newman starts the scoring for itself by Emily Gonzalez's right-hand layup. Into the high post, it's Mary Spry trying to answer and does. 7-2 is Spry with a right-hand jump hook. Space for Chloe Heath on the kick-ahead pass. Sullivan finds her, and it's an easy 2. There was a collision underneath, and Chloe Heath running the floor was wide open for a right-hand layup. Sullivan with the eyes to find her. 7-4, 90 seconds in as Goodlet tries to drive inside and miss the wild shot off glass. Rebound Gonzalez and Carson-Newman running. In transition, Keely Rogers left corner 3 in the air, off to the right. Rebound, fought for, offensive rebound for Heath. Chloe in the left corner gives to Knuckles. Bounce it right elbow Rogers. Rogers faces, puts it on the floor in traffic and got fouled. A couple of blue jerseys in the area. They're going to get Julie Janis, the sophomore from Asheville, North Carolina, for her first, Catawba's first of the period. Janis reached in from behind with Goodlet defending. Inbound right baseline for Carson-Newman. Gonzalez triggers for Sullivan right wing. She gets around her defender going baseline, floats it up off glass and gets it to go through. 7-6 on Sullivan's first basket. Carson-Newman's 3 of 6 to start the game and trails by 1. Ingram long 3 for the answer, off to the left. Rogers taps the rebound to herself. Keeley dribbling it near midcourt, spins around a defender, now crosses the timeline and hands off for Gonzalez. Mike Mincy from the opposite bench calls for a play as Gonzalez drives inside, gives to Knuckles. Knuckles dribble handoff with Rogers. Keeley spins in the lane, off to Knuckles with 10. Maddie driving in the painted area, lost it out of bounds, turnover. Game's first turnover comes at the 7:34 mark. Knuckles turns it over, trying to drive inside, and Catawba has the basketball. Carson-Newman playing a man-to-man defense as Goodlet walks it up the floor right to left. Bounce it for Kyra Dixon-Booker. Now Janis, right-hand dribble and a handoff with Goodlet. Double screen set for Ingram. She's the sharpshooter the Indians have, and she buries her first 3. Brooklyn Ingram's on the scoreboard. It's 10-6 Catawba. Gonzalez sprints into the front court, driving. Stops at the block, lobs it out. Knuckles, one more. Keely Rogers, left wing 3 in the air. It's off to the right. Rebound bounces in the paint and is collected by Goodlet. Goodlet pressured by Gonzalez, but eventually gets it across the timeline, guarded by Sullivan now. Looking for the high post entry. They give it to Spry at the baseline. Power dribbling against Heath, and we've got a foul underneath. 6:48 to go first quarter. Chloe Heath fouls Mary Spry as she was trying to get a back down and a post shot up. First change for the Indians as well. They bring in Michaela Stokes, a sophomore forward from Orlando, Florida. Inbound to Spry. She floats in a jump hook, and the Indians have 5 straight to lead by 6, 12-6. Sullivan steps into the paint, kicks it out Gonzalez, but got fouled. That'll be another foul on the Indians' second of the quarter. This one is charged to Julie Janis. That'll be her second. And she'll exit in favor of Imani Williams and Cherie Gidney. So 3 bench players on the floor for Catawba here in the opening few minutes. Eagles yet to sub as Gonzalez triggers in on a lob pass for Sullivan. Knuckles hands it back to Sullivan. Right wing 3 is in the air. It's off to the left. Rebound collected by Gidney. Catawba's 4 of 6 from the field. Carson-Newman's 3 of 8 to start the game. Goodlet around a screen, driving inside and lost it out of bounds. Tried to go up, but the ball was lost by Goodlet on her way up. Good defensive work by Heath inside, and Catawba commits its first turnover as Heath will exit, and Mike Mincy brings in Abigail Johnson for the first time. 6:20 to go, first quarter. Nice start for the visiting Catawba College Catawba Indians. Gonzalez breaks the pressure, floats it up, and in, and one. Emily picking up where she left off on Tuesday. She scored a career-high 21 against North Georgia. Breaks the pressure herself and then floats in a 12-footer. Nothing but net with the contact from Goodlet. Third team foul. Gonzalez with a 3-point play and does cap it off with the free throw. She's got 5 to pace Carson-Newman early on, and it's 12-9 with 6:10 to go first quarter. Williams to Stokes. Try to entry pass inside, and Knuckles tipped it out of bounds. Possession stays with Catawba. Trilite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you by visiting trilite.net. Another change, Kaylin Allen, a freshman from Lorton, Virginia, is in for the first time for Catawba. Mike Mincy brings in Sybil Penland and Caroline Hill as Brooklyn Ingram off a curl screen, airballs a 3. And possession goes back to Carson-Newman. Ingram has 5 made threes in both of Catawba's wins this season. She was a non-factor in Catawba's loss this year. They need her to be good in this game. Caroline Hill catches the ball right wing, now gives it back to Emily Gonzalez. Skip it left side, Sybil Penland driving inside, kicks it out. Knuckles catch and shoot 3 is short. Defensive rebound collected by Ingram. 5:40 in a moving first quarter clock. Indians by 3 with the ball. Williams steps into a 19-footer, left it short. The lefty misses. Rebound Caroline Hill. She's doubled in the backcourt, trying to dribble through it. Goes up the far sideline. Skip past corner. Penland back out front. Knuckles back to Hill. Hill skips to Gonzalez. Gonzalez cut off by Gidney. Tries to go baseline and got fouled. A lot of fouls in this first quarter. That's the 7th combined foul in this first quarter. 4th on Catawba. It's on Cherie Gidney, her first. Good initial defense, but Gonzalez got a half step and then contact there by Gidney. Allows Carson-Newman an inbound from the baseline. Lob it right wing for Knuckles. She drives on Stokes, tries to split 2. Does! Scores it. +1. Nice take by Maddie Knuckles. Had to split through a couple of defenders and drew the contact from Stokes. There were 3 blue jerseys trying to contest, and Knuckles flips it up and in. Completes the 3-point play. That's back-to-back 3-point plays from Carson-Newman to level the score at 12. With 5:15 to go first quarter. First foul on Stokes. Williams will bring it front court for Catawba, having seen Carson-Newman score the last 6. Stokes reverses Gidney. She thinks about a 3 now, will launch and swish it in. Cherie Gidney is perfect on her 3-pointers in 2025. That's her 3rd in 3 attempts. Indians by 3 as they throw it inside to the Eagles to Abigail Johnson from the left block, and Johnson scores her first field goal of the year. 15-14. Indians quickly the other way. Williams floats it up high off glass, missed it. Defensive rebound, Emily Gonzalez. She's doubled in the backcourt. Everybody running away. Gonzalez needs help. Skips it front court. Maddie Knuckles catches, gives off, and a bad pass to Caroline Hill, and the ball goes out of bounds. Back to Catawba. 4:31 to go first quarter. It's the Indians 15, and it's Carson-Newman 14. Nice pace to this one so far. Just a combined 3 turnovers, and both teams are shooting 50%. We're back for more Lady Eagles hoops and hold after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We welcome you back to Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman trails Catawba here in the SAC opener, 15-14. A familiar face for Carson-Newman women's basketball is back on the sidelines, not as a player, but as a coach. Braylon Weichel, the program's all-time leading scorer, and she also owns the three-point record for this program as well, is back on the coaching staff as a graduate assistant coach. Was away from the program for 1 year, but really wasn't away. If you talk to her, she was at most of the home games, and Mike Mincy had an opportunity to bring in a graduate assistant coach and elected to bring back Braylon Weichel. What a luxury it has been to have Braylon back on Carson-Newman women's basketball's staff this season. Certainly when you have one of the best helping mentor future guards, it only is a positive, as we've got a discrepancy here out of the timeout with whose ball I think it should be. Carson-Newman turned it over. That's what the play-by-play has here. And the officials are at the monitor to maybe check the previous play. I think it's just one of those cases where the officials may be more confused coming out of the break who has the ball. 4:31 to go first quarter, so two of our three officials are at the scores table. Our officials today, Danny Moore, Joe Moser, and Christy Couch. And so they're courtside checking our video feed to determine whose ball it is. They're going to send the third official there to check as well. First Bank, Eagle fans, is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place where you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location today to get your Carson-Newman debit card and show your Eagles' pride. Catawba's head coach Terrence McCutcheon has a laugh about it with one of the officials. He was pleading during that break that it definitely should be Catawba ball, and the officials luckily have the video review to confirm that. I think anybody in the arena knew that it was a Carson-Newman turnover out of the break as well, but the officials confirm they get the call right, and it's Catawba ball out of the media break. Right-hand dribble for Dixon Booker, driving right to the block, but airballed the floater from 4 feet away. Rebound, Abigail Johnson. She brings it into the front court for Sybil Penland. Penland, right-hand dribble, going to the basket to Johnson, and we've got a foul, an offensive foul. Penland ran over Dixon Booker before the pass. Carson-Newman commits the turnover. Penland's first foul gives the ball back to Catawba. Carson-Newman's third turnover. Both teams now will be in the bonus the rest of the quarter. 4 to play in the first. Indians by 1. Madeline Ladd into the first game, in for the first time, guarding the ball as Stokes tries to float one up. No good. Defensive rebound, Sybil Penland. She's doubled. Skips it front court, Carly Hayworth. Hayworth brings it into the half court, and now we'll set up the Eagles' offense. 5 bench players on the floor for Mike Mincy. Caroline Hill dribbling out front against Bailey Goodlett, goes behind the back. Hill pressured and gives for Hayworth. 10 on the timer. Carly dribbles, hands off for Hill with 7. Hill drives, floats it up, and it's short. Rebound taps around in the painted area, and it's last off of Catawba. It'll stay with Carson-Newman. 3:27 to go first quarter. Neither side has scored out of the media break. Williams and Ladd were after that ball. Ladd will inbound for Carson-Newman. Top of the key to Johnson, left side Hill. Hill to Penland. Sybil pump fakes, thought about a shot, instead throws it inside but threw it away. Good pressure defense by Cherie Gidney. And it's a turnover. Carson-Newman's got back-to-back turnovers. Up to 4 in the first quarter, and it's Catawba ball up 1. Goodlet walks it up the floor. The sophomore point guard hands off for Stokes. Reversed left side for Imani Williams. Williams looks for a cutter, now finds Goodlet. Shot clock down to 12. Goodlet steps into a 20-footer and buries it. They're going to call it a 3. Foot was just behind the line. Catawba's third 3 increases the lead back to 4. Scoreboard put it down as a 2. Hayworth crossing over. Now shovels for Madeline Ladd. Ladd picks her dribble up, now gives for Hayworth. Carly gives it back to Ladd at the top of the key. Throw it high post, Sybil Penland. She's doubled, goes to the floor, and we've got a jump ball, and the arrow favors Catawba. One official on that last sequence had a 3-pointer. The other one, I think, had a 2. That's why, for now, the scoreboard says 17-14. I was looking at the far official that had called it a 3. For now, it's a 2 by Goodlet to make it 17-14. Wholesale changes for Carson-Newman. 5 new players in. It's the starting 5 in after the bench over the last 2+ minutes has failed to score. Goodlet dribbles out front against Sullivan. Looking inside for Spry. They skip it to Gidney, right elbow. Jab step, Gidney spins against Knuckles, floats it up off glass and scores. Nice finish there by Gidney, who has 5 points off the bench. It's 19-14 Indians. Gonzalez doubled, goes corner with a pass for Sullivan. Sullivan hands off. Chloe Heath, right wing 3 in the air. Buckets! Chloe Heath has been able to stretch the floor early in her freshman season. That's her 4th 3. Carson-Newman trails by 2. Goodlet in the backcourt for Williams. Bounce for Goodlet. Goodlet, left-hand pass, and it's a 10-second violation. That pass did not get into Gidney's hands in time before the 10-second violation. Possession has to be secured by the offensive team in the front court. That ball was in the air as the shot clock had gone to 20 seconds. So Carson-Newman forces Catawba into its second turnover. And with a $1:48, Eagles have the ball down 2. Gonzalez lobs free throw line. Heath the catch. Heath dribble handoff with Sullivan. 10 on the timer. Pick and pop. Heath pump fakes a 3. Gives it back to Sullivan with 7. Jen looks up at the timer. 5 seconds. Jen loses the dribble. Gets it back. 2 seconds. Around his screen. Pops with Knuckles. But the shot did not get off in time. It's a shot clock violation. I don't think Carson-Newman realized the shot clock only reset to 20 because of that violation. Had the sequence all discombobulated. And it's Carson-Newman's 6th turnover. 1:26 to go in the first. Ball with Catawba. Eagles showing some pressure. Started this game in a full court man-to-man. Now it's a little 2-2-1 pressure look. Goodlet dribbles with the right hand up the far sideline, gets around Gonzalez. Chest pass Spry out to Gidney. Catawba breaks the pressure, throw it to the high post. Spry. Carson-Newman, individual defense. Heath against Spry. Spry goes to the left shoulder, missed the shot with the left hand. Rebound Carson-Newman into the front court with a minute to play in the first. Sullivan, 2 points so far. Has 3 straight 20-point games. Steps into a mid-range shot, missed everything. Heath offensive rebound. Rogers spins in the lane, stops, kicks it out. Heath. Skip it, left wing. Gonzalez lining up a triple. It's off to the right. Offensive rebound. Knuckles reverse layup is good. Maddie Knuckles has 5 points. And her offensive rebound and second chance basket ties the game at 19. And we've got a foul in the backcourt on Carson-Newman as Sanaya Wilson split between Carson-Newman's 2 defenders in the backcourt and drew a foul. Sullivan called for the foul, her first, but it's the 5th team foul, and so Catawba will get free throws with 37.8 seconds to play in the quarter. Sanaya Wilson to the free throw line, junior from Gastonia, North Carolina, averages 7 points per game in 20 minutes on the floor. First free throw is up and swished in. Catawba has not allowed Carson-Newman to gain a lead in this opening quarter. They've led by as many as 6. As Wilson eyes the second free throw. It's up. It is off the front of the iron, rolling around. Thought about sitting there on the iron. Instead, finally falls through. Pair of makes. It's 21-19. Dixon Booker doubles, gives to Maddie Knuckles. Knuckles reverses Rogers. Eagles break the pressure. There's a 7-second difference between the timers. Sullivan pump fakes, goes baseline, splits two, gives it to Heath. One more left corner to Gonzalez. She drives in the lane. Right-hand floater off glass is good. Emily Gonzalez with 7 points. Game tied again at 21. Goodlet sprints into the front court. Shot up, air ball, out of bounds to Carson-Newman. Shot clock was off, and Goodlet took the quick shot, but airballed it. And so Carson-Newman has a chance here to break the pressure and potentially take its first lead entering the second. 6 seconds. Gonzalez sprints, gives it to Sullivan. Sullivan drives, Euro step, tries to go up. Spry blocked it, ends up with Rogers, and she missed the bunny from 2 feet, and that ends the first quarter. Well, Carson-Newman and Catawba playing the SAC opener here to wrap up November in Holt Fieldhouse. And Carson-Newman is tied up at 21 with the Indians. Eagles shoot 50% to overcome 6 first quarter turnovers. 21 all. We hit the second quarter after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back courtside to Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman and Catawba are squaring off, and the two teams' SAC opener. We're tied at 21. Eagle Fans Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pizza for $6.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Catawba playing its first game in 10 days. Carson-Newman played Tuesday and won 82-74. But the theme for Carson-Newman has just been compiling back-to-back good offensive days. Mike Mincy's team in Game 3 and Game 5 has shot above 50%, but in games 1, 2, and 4 this year has shot below 40%. There's just not been consistency on that end of the floor, and he's hoping for that in this game, and so far, the Eagles shoot 47% at the end of the one. Dixon Booker, top of the key, Indians ball to start the second. She picks up the dribble, looks, bounces to the block for Spry. Backing down Heath, jump hook with the left hand is off the backboard. Rebound Rogers and Carson-Newman sprinting front court. Keeley crosses over against Spry, met by a second defender, gives Sullivan left corner. Jen goes baseline, met by 2, lobs it out front. Gonzalez lining up a 3. She's got another. Emily has 10 points in the first half. She scored 21, a career high on Tuesday. Another great half from Emily Gonzalez, and Carson-Newman has its first lead. Stokes to the trailing Ingram, a 3 lined up and answered by Brooklyn Ingram. That is Ingram's second 3. The team's top 3-point shooter has 6 points. Gonzalez doubled, lobs for Knuckles. Maddie dribble handoff with Sullivan. Step in 3 is off to the left. Rebound Spry. Sullivan 0 for 2 from 3, 1 of 6 from the field. Goodlet, top of the key. Pick and pop with Spry. She'll try a 3-pointer, and it's off to the left. Offensive rebound, Stokes, but she had it ripped by Gonzalez. Emily, 1-on-2, driving to the right block. Pump fake, shoots, and got fouled. Spry was deemed to have brought her arms down there as Gonzalez was driving the lane. And the foul will give the senior guard Gonzalez from Lenoir City, Tennessee, free throws. Another look at it. Spry, came down a little bit there. Did get the ball, but those arms did not stay vertical. Gonzalez gets a free throw attempt, a pair of them, and buries the first free throw. Emily averages 10 points per game. She's already exceeded that mark here in the opening 12 minutes. Makes both free throws. And it's a 26-24 Carson-Newman lead. Dixon Booker. Pressure to the backcourt, met by 2, lobs front court, Goodlet, right wing. Carson-Newman sees Catawba break the pressure and backs off in a man-to-man defense. Spry, high post, doubled, gives it back to Stokes, left wing 3 in the air, short. Defensive rebound falls into the hands of Heath. Long outlet goes cross-court, Rogers. And now Keeley brings it into the front court for Carson-Newman, who's up 2. Rogers out to Maddie Knuckles, lining up a 3. It's up and it spins through. Maddie Knuckles has her first 3. That's Carson-Newman's third 3. And the Eagles lead by 5, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Dixon Booker dribbles it off her foot. And what do we have here? We have a foul, I think, on Dixon Booker there after the turnover. The official has yet to come to the scores table, and we do have a foul. It's on Catawba's Kyra Dixon Booker, the junior forward from Camden, South Carolina. Second foul on the Indians this quarter. And so after the turnover forced by the Eagles, Catawba fouled, going for the loose ball. Right baseline inbound. Gonzalez lobs to Maddie Knuckles with the Eagles up 5. Maddie dribbles the top of the key. Crossover dribble now gives for Keeley Rogers. Looking inside, there's a mismatch with Chloe Heath inside. Eagles don't find her, though. Instead, reverse to Sullivan. She pump fakes the 3, driving inside, pitches it out Gonzalez. Emily driving middle, stops in the lane, goes back out to the wing for Sullivan with 1. Sullivan puts it up as the timer expires and buries the jump shot. Perfect sequence, and just before the shot clock expired, Sullivan scores her second field goal. 7-0 burst for the Eagles to lead by 7 here in the second. Indians break the pressure. Dixon Booker hands off for Ingram. Ingram steps into a deep 2 and buries the jump shot. Brooklyn Ingram has 8 points, and ball deflected out by Ingram on the inbound. Keeps it with Carson-Newman. Imani Williams back to the floor for Catawba. Out goes Michaela Stokes. Carson-Newman did not lead in the first quarter, but a nice burst to start the second quarter, outscoring the Indians 10-5 to have a 5-point lead. Gonzalez floater from near the free throw line is off to the right. Rebound Spry in Catawba. Just the second miss from the field for Gonzalez. Now she picks the pocket of Goodlet, goes to the floor to tie up possession. Arrow favors Catawba. Good defensive work from Gonzalez, who played a fantastic all-around game Tuesday, not just scoring, and got her hands there in the cookie jar and forced the jump ball. We've got confusion with the possession arrow. The arrow was not flipped after the second quarter. Catawba started the quarter with the ball. There was no possession arrow. Live stats have Carson-Newman ball. The arrow was not flipped. So the arrow flipped for now, and it'll be flipped back Catawba's way as Carson-Newman will get the ball on the tie-up. Inbound, Maddie Knuckles bounces it to Gonzalez. Just over 3 minutes into the second quarter, Eagles by 5. Johnson into the game for the Eagles, bounces for Knuckles at the right wing. Maddie, crossover dribble, picks up the dribble and now finds Rogers. Keeley driving baseline, met by 2, forces one up through contact and off glass. Great finish there by Keeley Rogers. That's her first basket, Eagles by 7. Catawba breaks the pressure, lob pass to Goodlet. Steps into a deep 2, it's up and it rolls off the iron. Rebound on the floor, Rogers gets there, bounces it for Knuckles. Great hustle by Rogers. Eagles running in transition. Gonzalez driving inside and got whacked by Gidney. See if it's in the act of shooting or not as Gonzalez was running the 3-on-2 break. Cherie Gidney commits her second foul. Catawba's got 3 in the period and is making subs. Mary Spry and Michaela Stokes back to the floor. Lady Eagles are bringing in Madeline Ladd for Maddie Knuckles. And the foul was on the floor. Caroline Hill also on the floor for the Eagles. She'll inbound right baseline. Lob it to the corner for Madeline Ladd. Top of the key, Rogers. Rogers out to Gonzalez. Emily, couple of dribbles, now drives into the painted area, out to Keeley. She pump fakes a three, drives into the paint, floats it up off glass. Wild shot, missed it. Johnson offensive rebound. Shot clock didn't reset. Gonzalez out to Rogers, 4 to shoot. She fires it up off to the left. Rebound deflected out by Catawba. It'll stay with the Eagles. Johnson's activity there on the glass forced Spry to deflect it out. Now the two officials discuss. The look at the replay did look like Spry hit it out, but the officials discuss it over and change the call. So no offensive rebound by Carson-Newman. It is Catawba ball. 5:50 to go, second quarter. Eagles in their pressure. Goodlet lobs backcourt for Williams. Williams sprints across the timeline to break the pressure. Crossover dribble against Ladd. Bounces for Spry. Now into the corner. Stokes lining up a three. It's an air ball. And Gonzalez runs down the rebound. Emily's third board. She brings it across half court, left to right for the Lady Eagles, who lead by 7. Caroline Hill, right wing. Fakes a pass, now gives to Rogers, top of the key. Keeley in the painted area. Drives, floats up a wild shot. Left hand, no. Johnson, offensive rebound, out to Caroline Hill. She's open for 3 and bangs in a triple. Timeout, Catawba. Carson-Newman dominating the offensive glass. That's 7 offensive rebounds, and it leads to a Caroline Hill triple. Carson-Newman has scored 12 of the last 14 points to open up a 10-point lead. Indians haven't scored in 2+ minutes as well. It's 36-26 Carson-Newman in the sack opener with 5:11 to go in the second quarter. We're back for more Carson-Newman women's basketball after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey, Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official online or the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all of your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu. Carson-Newman by 10 points. It's a 12-2 run over the last 3.5 minutes to lead by 10 at the halfway point of the first half. Second quarter. Williams pressured by Caroline Hill. Indians needed to get it across. 1 second to do so. That's a 10-second violation. That took way too long. Goodlet and Williams were kind of surveying the area, and then for the final 4 seconds of getting that ball across the timeline, Williams was just dribbling and wasn't really going anywhere with the dribble. Catawba's turned it over now 6 times in this game and 5 times in this second quarter. Johnson, top of the key, gives for Rogers around his screen. Keeley gives to Emily Gonzalez as the game's leading scorer with 12. Driving inside, stops, kicks it out. Rogers with 3. Keeley have to heave one up from the top of the key. It's off the front of the iron. Offensive rebound, Abigail Johnson. Another second chance opportunity. Rogers to the basket, blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman has 8 offensive rebounds, has scored 7 second chance points off those extra chances. Another chance here with 15 on the shot clock. Gonzalez lobs for Caroline Hill, right wing. Caroline Hill driving baseline, cut off, dribbles back out to the three-point line and gives to Rogers with 8. Skip it to Gonzalez, who drives middle, floats it up with the right hand, through and out. Offensive rebound, Rogers. Out to Caroline Hill, spotting up for a 3. It's short. Offensive rebound again. Gonzalez goes up, missed it. Goes back up, got blocked. Out to Rogers, right corner, 3. Buckets. Eventually that thing's going to go through the basket if you get enough chances Carson-Newman with a gazillion chances, and it leads to a basket, and now a turnover. Ladd skips it to Caroline Hill. Right hand layup is good. A 10-0 burst from the Lady Eagles, and it's a 15-point lead. Nearly a turnover. 3-on-1 into the front court. Spry spins, fell down, turnover. Rogers the steal. Keeley lobs it near midcourt for Gonzalez. Eagles have numbers. Gonzalez stops to Ladd. One more. Caroline Hill back to Ladd. Pass was deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Carson-Newman has 11 offensive rebounds and 10 second chance points during this 20-5 run in the second quarter. It's a 10-0 run over the last 3 minutes in which Catawba has not scored. Hill inbounds for Gonzalez with the Eagles in possession, up 15, 3.5 to go second quarter. Sullivan right wing. Jen driving around her defender, floats it up, right block, through contact, missed it. We've got an offensive foul. Basket would not go in anyway, but we've got an offensive foul on Sullivan. That's her second, and Carson-Newman's first foul of the second quarter. Good positioning there by Gidney. Or check that, it was Sanaya Wilson taking the charge for Catawba. Indians have had some trouble breaking this pressure. They've committed 7 second quarter turnovers. Spry has her pass tipped and stolen. Madeline Ladd gives it to Sullivan. Eagles force an 8th second quarter turnover. Sullivan, crossover dribble, gives to Hayworth. Carly out front, gives to Madeline Ladd. Ladd lobs for Johnson, gives out on a handoff to Madeline Ladd, who steps into a mid-range shot. It's too strong. Rebound secured by Sanaya Wilson. Wilson knocks over Carly Hayworth, dribbles front court, and gives to Goodlett. Goodlett bounces to the baseline. Spry faces, shoots, and misses. Defensive rebound, Sullivan. Sullivan approaches half court with the dribble, with the Eagles up 15 here in this second quarter. Sullivan around a screen, gives it out. Ladd left wing triple in the air. Splash! Madeline Ladd buries her third 3 of the year. It's a 13-0 run and an extended 20-2 run as Carson-Newman commits a foul. Caroline Hill calling for the whistle. Hill commits the foul after stealing the basketball, her first team foul number 2. Catawba's not scored in 5 minutes, and the Eagles have gone on an extended 13-0 run over 4 minutes and a 20-2 run over the last 6.5 minutes of this second quarter. 44-26, 2:10 to play second quarter. Brooklyn Ingram catches, jab step, now dribbles and steps into a deep 2. It hits the back of the iron, and Sybil Penland leaps into the air for the defensive rebound. She dribbles front court with 2 to play and now gives to the trailing Sullivan to set the offense. Indians have seen a lid go on the basket in the second. Sullivan around a screen, pitches it out. Sybil Penland lining up a left wing 3. It is short. Rebound tapped into the hands of Ingram. Or check that, Goodlett. She was cut off, gives it to Spry, and now lobs for Wilson. Wilson brings it front court with 100 seconds to go in the second. The Indians have missed 6 of their last 7. Spry pump fakes a 3, and we've got a foul on Carson-Newman. Abigail Johnson called for this one. Trying to defend Spry on the perimeter. That's Johnson's first team foul 3 in the second quarter. Inbound for Catawba. Tale of 2 quarters for Catawba's offense so far. They shot 44% of the first quarter and have made just 2 of their 9 shots in the second quarter, but have turned it over 8 times. High post touch for Spry. Rips through on Heath, met by a double. Pitches it out. Janice, one more. Wilson with 8. Sanaya Wilson stops at the free throw line. Needs help. Bounces Janice. She'll heave one up. It got blocked by Sullivan. Penland rebounds. Had it ripped away, but right to Knuckles goes the ball. Penland double teamed. Eagles need to get it across. Maddie Knuckles will dribble it across in time. Give it to Carly Hayworth. Less than a minute to play in the second quarter. Hayworth bounces Sullivan right wing. Jen to Knuckles, 8 to shoot. Penland gives to Chloe Heath. Top of the key 3 is in the air. It's off to the left. Rebound. Carson-Newman, we've got a foul going for the rebound. Maddie Knuckles called for the whistle. That's her second. So 2 Lady Eagles have 2 fouls here in the first half. Knuckles and Sullivan, they're both on the floor. 46 seconds to play. Michaela Stokes returns to the floor, and out goes Spry. Carson-Newman will bring Keely Rogers in for Knuckles, and Caroline Hill will come in for Sullivan. So those two players with foul trouble Mike Mincy will bring out of the game for the final minutes, or final 46 seconds, I should say, of this second quarter. Eagles by 18. Janice pressured, bounces near midcourt for Goodlet, gets around the defender, driving into the painted areas, tries to split two, missed the shot. Offensive rebound, Stokes, though, and she scores it. That ends a field goal drought of 5 minutes and a scoring drought of 6.5 minutes. Carly Hayworth dribbles out front. There's a 3-second difference between the timers. Mike Mincy says let's hold for potentially the final shot. Hayworth hounded by Goodlet. Now hands off for Rogers with 10 on the shot clock. Goodlet fouls Rogers. Bailey Goodlet commits her second foul. Indians did have one to give, though. That's team foul number 4. But the shot clock is now off, so Carson-Newman will be able to hold for the last shot if it chooses to. Caroline Hill will inbound. Carson-Newman leads Catawba 44-28 here in the second. Inbound, Chloe Heath gives it back to Hill. To the right corner, Sybil Penland lines up a triple. It's short. Offensive rebound, Rogers. She goes to the floor for it. And the arrow favors Catawba with 4.8 seconds to play in the second quarter. Had a discrepancy underneath, actually. No official technically has signaled the possession arrow where it's going, and it is going Catawba's way. 4.8 seconds to play in the half. So Catawba will inbound, trying to face some 2-2-1 pressure here, having scored just 7 points in the second quarter. Inbound to Wilson, 2 seconds. Wilson, top of the key, behind the back dribble, shoots a deep shot. It's up and it's short, no good. And the Indians and the Eagles have hit halftime. What a second quarter by Carson-Newman. It goes on an extended 13-2 run over 6.5 minutes of the second quarter and outscored Catawba 23-7 in the frame to lead by 16. Fewest second quarter points that Carson-Newman's allowed in a half or in a quarter this year. And it's the fewest first half points the Lady Eagles have allowed in a game this year. They hold Catawba to 28 points and 34% shooting to lead by 16 at the break. 44-28. Eagles shooting 43% to lead by 16 in the SAC opener. We'll break it all down with a halftime report that heads your way after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagles Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime on the Eagles Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagles Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Euro step in the lane, shot up off glass. It falls in for Keely Rogers.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
A tale of two quarters makes up the first half and tells the story between Carson-Newman and Catawba's sack opener here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back courtside here on the Eagle Sports Network. Carson-Newman has a 16-point lead because of a plus 16 second quarter in which they outscored Catawba 23-7. But the main reason the Indians saw Carson-Newman take that extended lead in the second quarter was a scoring drought of 6 minutes, and they only made 3 of their 13 shots in the second quarter, and shots weren't falling, but also turnovers did not help the case. The Indians committed 5 over the last 7 minutes of the first half and committed 9.5, but 8 of those were in the second quarter. The Indians had field goals span. Their 3 field goals were at the 9-13, 7-13, and with 25 seconds left in the second quarter, while Carson-Newman went on a pair of separate runs, 13-0 run over 5 minutes and a mini 7-0 run over the first few minutes of that third quarter. Those were the 2 big scoring runs in the second quarter. Lady Eagles didn't light it up from the field in the second quarter, only made 38% of their shots, but their defense and offensive rebounding was the story in that second quarter to push out to this 16-point lead. Lady Eagles shoot 42.5% from the field in that opening half, and in large part because of their ability to grab offensive rebounds. The Lady Eagles out-rebound Catawba 29-12 and 12-2 on the offensive glass, and of those 12 offensive rebounds, the Eagles were able to score 10 second-chance points to lead 44-28. Carson-Newman led by Emily Gonzalez, most efficient Eagle on the floor in the first half, made 4 baskets on 7 attempts and 1 of her 2 3-pointers, and scored 12 points, grabbing 4 rebounds, and also leading the team with 2 steals. Also was a plus 17 on the floor in that first half. She's the only double-figure scorer at intermission from either side. Maddie Knuckles had 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting. Chloe Heath and Keely Rogers each had 5 points. Jen Sullivan a quiet 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting and a team-high 4 assists, while Caroline Hill has 5 points off the bench with a 3-pointer, and Madeline Ladd also drilled a 3 in that first half as well. Catawba was led by Brooklyn Ingram. She has 2 3-pointers and a team-high 8 points. Bailey Goodlett, 2 of 6 shooting, 7 points and 4 assists, and is one of 3 Catawba College players with 2 fouls in that first half. But the big story is Catawba's top scorer, who averages 20-plus points, or has 23 20-plus point games to start the year and averages 23 points per game to start the year, has just 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting from the field. Carson-Newman's interior defense, but also full-court pressure defense, rattled, confused, and made things difficult for Catawba in that second quarter, and they weren't able to get Spry going at all after making a few baskets early on. She has 4 points. Cherie Gidney off the bench with 5, and Sanaya Wilson and Michaela Stokes also off the bench have a pair of baskets for an Indians group that trails by 16 points. Carson-Newman dominating the painted area as well. Usually that's the case when you dominate the glass. Eagles plus 10 in points in the paint as well. Defense and offensive rebounding, the story for Mike Mincy's crew to help jump out to a 16-point halftime lead thanks to a 23-7 second quarter. 44-28, we're at halftime here in the SAC opener at Holt Fieldhouse. It's Carson-Newman by 16. We'll take you around the Eagle Shop SAC scoreboard We've got conference scores starting, and we've got scores to update you on as we take a look around the league and elsewhere when we return courtside to Holt Fieldhouse. It's halftime. Eagles up by 16 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
We're back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Andrew Rogers, delighted to have you with us on this final November Saturday. It's Carson-Newman up by 16, 44-28. Let's take you around the South Atlantic Conference here today. We'll start last night. There was a Black Friday contest between Lincoln Memorial and Lenore-Rhine. SAC opener there in Harrogate, and the Rail Splitters jumped out to a big lead early and ran away from Lenore-Rhine. It did get close, though, 88-77 the final in a game LMU led thanks to a 28-12 first quarter. They led by 27 points at halftime. Bears made it interesting in the fourth quarter. The spread of 11 points does not tell how well LMU played. The Rail Splitters defeated a ranked team last week, or 2 weekends ago at North Georgia, and now they've got a 5-0 start thanks to an 11-point win over Lenore-Rhine yesterday. Coker is coming off its first loss of the season. The Cobras are number 2 in the country. They're at Tusculum today and leading 32-15. 2 minutes into the third quarter, the Cobras and Pioneers combining to shoot 26% from the field. Nobody in that game has double figures in scoring. Newberry is playing a non-conference contest with Livingstone today. 3 minutes into the third quarter, the Wolves are up by 14 points, 39-25. Newberry, one of a handful of SAC schools still unbeaten early in the 2025-26 regular season. Also playing a non-conference game today was UVA Wise. They fall to Young Harris on the road 78-62. The Cavaliers led by 4 after the first quarter, but were outscored by 20 over the next 30 minutes of basketball in a 16-point loss. Madison Looney had 18 to pace the Cavaliers. Mars Hill is also playing a non-conference contest today. They're in action. It's halftime with Johnson C. Smith. The Lions trail 36 28-29. Marceau was outscored Johnson C. Smith by 4 in that second quarter to keep that within single digits at the break. It is halftime at Holt. We're about 2.5 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Carson-Newman leads by 16, trying to win its SAC opener for the 7th straight season here at home. We're back for the third quarter after these messages. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, losing her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, 3 from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
We get set for the start of the third quarter with Carson-Newman leading Catawba 44-28. Before we start the second half, let's remind you that Eagle fans, you should check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located in the MSAC Grand Hall. The Eagle Shop has all of your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online at eagleshop.cn.edu. Carson-Newman ball, they'll move right to left in the second half. We're underway with Sullivan bringing it across half court. Bounce it, Chloe Heath starting fives out there for both sides as Knuckles wraps around his screen, steps into a 14-footer, missed it off the glass first. Rebound Spry and Catawba. See how the Indians respond here in the third quarter. Swing it, Janice. One more to the baseline. Dixon Booker driving on Gonzalez. Displaced Gonzalez, spun to the left shoulder and kissed it off the glass for her first field goal. 44-30, 30 seconds into the third. Indians have the first basket. After halftime, Gonzalez doubled, lobs for Knuckles. Maddie Knuckles dribble handoff with Sullivan. Quiet half for Sullivan. Picks her dribble up, lobs inside. Pass is a dangerous one. It's nearly turned over, and it will be a turnover because the arrow on this jump ball favors Catawba. Dangerous pass inside, trying to find the back-cutting Knuckles, but there was a help side defender, Ingram, right in the painted area. And so the Indians get the basketball back. 2 empty possessions to start the third quarter. And we've got an accidental buzzer sound here at midcourt as Catawba had brought the ball into the front court, or was getting ready to bring the ball into the front court. 44-30. Eagles have seen Catawba score the first basket here in this third quarter. With 28 seconds on the shot clock instead of the full 30. Clock needs to reset to 9:10, and now we've got that ready to roll. So the Indians will have 8 seconds to get into the front court. Janice inbounds Dixon Booker. Dixon Booker, right-hand dribble, getting near half court, gives it back to Janice. Janice bounces, and they don't break the timeline as the pass was wide and too far out in front of Spry. Catawba's committed 10 turnovers now. Eagles possession. 44-30, Carson-Newman leads. Rogers, right-hand dribble around a screen. Knuckles rolls, good to the basket, and is fouled by the help side defender, Spry. That'll be Mary Spry's second foul, one of 4 Catawba players now with 2 fouls. Tried to help off her defender to defend the rolling Knuckles, who was going to the basket. First free throw for Knuckles is swished in. Carson-Newman's perfect from the line. We've not had a missed free throw in this game so far. Hopefully we don't get an announcer's jinx here. Knuckles' second one is up and good. She stays perfect from the stripe, and she's got 9. Carson-Newman by 16. Janice and the Indians break the pressure. She fakes a pass, drives inside, and Chloe Heath altered that layup attempt. Eagles rebound it. Rogers doubled near midcourt and just dings it off of Dixon Booker. And out of bounds. Smart play by Rogers. I think Adam Cavalier and our replay monitor took the brunt of that ball going out of bounds. Heads up play here from Keeley. It was just in an area where at the scorers table here, knocked over the replay monitor, and so Carson-Newman will inbound. 8:45 to go, third quarter. 46-30. Knuckles will inbound for Gonzalez. Carson-Newman's defense holding the Indians to 35% shooting. Catawba is showing a zone defense here. Rogers reverses corner. Sullivan going baseline, met by 2. Throws it corner, Gonzalez. 90 seconds into the third. Gonzalez gives it corner, Knuckles. Back out front, Emily. Reversed to the bench. Too high of a pass for Rogers to handle, so Keeley let it go through her hands, or let it go by, and thought Sullivan was behind her, but it was in between Rogers and Sullivan for Carson-Newman's 10th turnover. Goodlet into the middle, Spry, one more Dixon Booker, cross-court skip, Ingram, one dribble, 3 in the air is short. Rebound in the lane is deflected out to Goodlet. Second chance, Goodlet to the baseline, Spry, pump fakes, spins off the right shoulder, scores through contact and one. Good finish there by Mary Spry for Catawba. It was a great spin move. Rogers was positioned well defensively, but Spry's length at 6 foot tall was difficult for Rogers to defend with. That's the second on Keeley. Spry to complete the 3-point play, and she gets the friendly roll after hitting the front of the iron. Skip it front court. Eagles break the pressure quickly. Give to Sullivan for a 3. It hits the back of the iron. Gonzalez offensive rebound. Eagles have 13 offensive rebounds and now a foul. Foul on Brooklyn Ingram. Her first, Catawba's second of the third quarter. That is the story in this one. Plus 16 is Carson-Newman on the glass in this game. Now plus 17 after that board. Right baseline inbound for Gonzalez. Looks, still looking, lobs late to Sullivan. Sullivan, quiet game for her, driving baseline, stops, has it poked away. Now we've got a tie up in the lane, and the arrow favors Carson-Newman this time. Catawba's defended Jennifer Sullivan well. 2 players that average 20-plus points per game, and Spry for Catawba and Sullivan for CN have combined for just 11 points on 5 of 15 shooting. It's been a bunch of others getting it done for both these teams in this one. Knuckles gives to Sullivan. Ball fake, give it back to Maddie. Maddie drives the closeout and got fouled. Another foul. This is the third team foul on Catawba this quarter. This one is on Spry. That's her third. So the first player in this game with 3 fouls is Catawba's top scorer, Spry, and she's going to the bench. Cherie Gidney gives this team good minutes off the bench, and she is back to the floor with 7:45 to go in the third. Indians playing zone. Carson-Newman inbounds. Rogers left wing to the corner. Now to the block for Heath. Missed the layup, though. And the rebound kept in bounds by Dixon Booker. Goodlet sprints across half court, driving into the lane. Right-hand shot from the left side is short. Defensive rebound, Chloe Heath. She has 6 of them. Eagles running in transition. Gonzalez all the way through the lane and got fouled. Great work by Emily Gonzalez. Took it herself in transition, going all the way to the cup. And got fouled. Brooklyn Ingram got her left hand in there and fouled Gonzalez. Free throws for Emily. She has a game-high 12. Make it 13 as the first free throw is good, 47-33. Gonzalez is 4 of 4 from the stripe in this game. Shoots above 80% this season from the free throw. On this one, rolls off the right side. First missed free throw of the game, 47-33. Dixon Booker driving on Rogers. Gets around her and is fouled. Good right-hand determined take there by Kyra Dixon Booker. And free throws coming for her as Keely Rogers commits her 3rd foul. So the second player in this game with 3 fouls is Keely Rogers. Dixon Booker 60% from the line through the first 3 games of the year. This attempt is up and good. Catawba as a team has shot free throws very well in this game. 7 for 7 for a team that is 66% through the first 3. Next one's up. Good. 47-35. More full court run and jump pressure. Gonzalez sprints up the sideline to break the pressure. Long skip left wing. Rogers catches to the trailing Knuckles. 3 is on the way. It's too strong. Rebound Goodlet. Carson-Newman's been cold from 3, just 6 of 21 in this game. Janice to the baseline, cut off, around his screen, driving middle, kicks it right corner. Wilson for 3, it's in the air, it's off to the right. Rebound deflects around, Dixon Booker comes up with it. Missed the first shot, goes back up, scores it. Will the basket count? Score the basket for Kyra Dixon Booker. Her 2nd and 3rd effort pays off, and the Indians are within 10. Mike Mincy's making changes at the 6:51 mark. Abigail Johnson, Caroline Hill, Madeline Ladd all to the floor. As Catawba has made this a 10-point game. Dixon Booker with 4 points here in this 3rd quarter. 6 for the game. Make it 7. 9-point game. Indians within single digits for the first time this half. Good burst for Terrence McCutcheon's group. They've scored 9 of the first 12 in the 3rd. They are doubling Gonzalez in the backcourt, but she sprints around it. Goes left corner. Madeline Ladd, corner triple in the air. Buckets. Madeline Ladd's got her 2nd 3, and Carson-Newman goes back up double figures, 50-38. Janice, left-hand dribble in the paint. Backing down Gonzalez, goes to the left hand off glass and scores it. First basket of the year for Julie Janice. It's 50-40. Gonzalez dribbling toward the middle of the floor. And lost the dribble. Dixon Booker, the steal, throws it off Gonzalez, though, and the Eagles still have the ball. Emily into the lane, bounces. It's caught by Johnson, and she muscles it up and in. Abigail Johnson's 2nd field goal. Chaotic sequence. Eagles come up with 2 points from it. Gidney backing down Johnson, got fouled before the shot. A lot of fouls in this 3rd quarter now, 8 combined. As Johnson commits her 2nd. Both teams have 4 team fouls in the 3rd quarter. 5:56 to play in this 3rd quarter, so every foul that's not a player control foul the rest of the way in this 3rd quarter will be free throws for these 2 teams. See who takes advantage of it, because both teams have been really good from the stripe. Janice dribbling, bounces high post Gidney. She's doubled, gives it back to Janice for a 3. It's in the air. It's buckets. 5 straight individually by Julie Janice. She had 0 points for the year before this stretch to make it a 9-point game. Single digits again for the Indians on the road against the Lady Eagles. Catawba's made its last 3 shots from the field. Caroline Hilda Ladd, left side Knuckles. Back screen for Ladd. Throw it inside, and it wasn't there. Steal by Catawba. Transition. Williams driving the paint. Forces one up. Missed it. Out of control was Williams. Gonzalez comes up with it. Emily in transition. Eurostep puts it up. Scores it. But an offensive foul is called. An offensive foul on Emily Gonzalez as Sanaya Wilson takes her second charge. It looked like that left foot was still moving there, but the official dings Gonzalez for the offensive foul. Brings us to a timeout. Mike Mincy called one with 5:13 to play in the third. Catawba's jumped out to a 15-8 lead in this third quarter to make it a single-digit game, 52-43. Here from Holt Fieldhouse, Eagles up by 9 on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Andrew Rogers, glad to have you back courtside from Holt Fieldhouse. 5:13 to go third quarter. Carson-Newman has seen Catawba outscore the Lady Eagles here by 7 in this third quarter to make it a single-digit game as we come up on the halfway point of the period. 2-2-1 pressure from Mike Mincy's team out of the timeout. Williams dribbling and throws it away. Madeline Ladd steps into the passing lane for a steal. Great game for Ladd off the bench. She's drilled 2 threes and now comes up with Carson-Newman's 6th steal of the game. Ladd left wing pressured, gives to Johnson. Reverse to Knuckles. Top of the key, Caroline Hill pump fakes a 3, gives it back to Knuckles. Knuckles looks, bounces baseline. Johnson with 6 to the cutting Knuckles, and she was fouled on her way up. 4:40 to go third quarter, and we've got a foul on Julie Janis. Third on Janis. Free throws for Maddie Knuckles after a media break. 4:40 to go third quarter. Carson-Newman with a steal and free throws on the other side after a timeout. We've got another one here in Holt. 4:40 to go. Eagles by 9. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
4:40 to go third quarter. Carson-Newman by 9. They can get the lead back to double digits with Maddie Knuckles shooting 2 free throws out of the timeout. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years is Magaha Electric, the perfect choice for all of your electrical projects. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electric contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Another good game for Maddie Knuckles. She is perfect from the line after making that first free throw. 11 points for her, and now 12. Carson-Newman's 9 of 10 from the stripe as a team. Penland into the game. Knuckles will sit. Carson-Newman by 11. Inbound Goodlet backcourt. Lobs for Janice. Janice long skip. Dixon Booker the catch against Penland to break the pressure. Crossover dribble going baseline. Now she pulls it back outside the arc and gives to Stokes. Top of the key, Bailey Goodlet, the point guard, rips through, going to the basket, muscled one up. No foul called on some contact. Eagles running 4-on-2. Penland runs the floor, left-hand layup, left it short. Rebound Stokes, and she was bumped by Gonzalez. Carson-Newman had a lot of good options on that 4-on-2 break. Came up empty on Sybil Penland's layup attempt. And the Indians are going to get free throws after that foul by Gonzalez. Michaela Stokes will shoot the free throws for a Catawba team that is 9 of 9. That is the third foul, by the way, on Emily Gonzalez. So 3 on Rogers and 3 on Gonzalez as Stokes' first free throw is swished in. Mike Mincy's bringing Jennifer Sullivan back to the scorers table here, potentially to get Gonzalez. Next one's up off to the left and bounces out. Rebound Emily. She has 13 points to pace all scorers to go along with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Chest pass to Sybil Penland as we come up on 4 to play in the third. Handoff Gonzalez, right wing. Gonzalez dribbles back out front now. Bounces high post, free throw line catch. Johnson hands off for Caroline Hill with 9. Hill fumbling the ball, never got control and turned it over. Goodlet the steal, driving all the way to the basket and got fouled on her way up. Free throws for Bailey Goodlet. The steal and then was fouled in transition by Caroline Hill, who basically just took one there to limit Goodlet from an easy layup. Out goes Gonzalez. In comes Sullivan here with those fouls at the 3:48 mark of the third. Goodlet to the line. First free throw is in the air, and it's swished in. Bailey Goodlet has 8 points. How about this? 4 different Catawba players have 7 or more, but none of them are in double figures. Goodlet's the closest one to it, though. She now has 9, and the Indians trail by 8. Caroline Hill, long skip to Madeline Ladd. Ladd steps into a deep 2. It's up. It's good. Madeline Ladd has 8 points, 3 of 4 shooting for her, and Carson-Newman leads again by double digits. Dixon Booker, chest pass to Bailey Goodlet. Up the sideline it goes to Gidney. Long skip cross court to Brooklyn Ingram. Indians have handled the pressure well in this third period. Goodlet sets the table on this trip. They bounce it to Gidney. Backing down, Penland goes off glass left. It's short. Defensive rebound by Sybil Penland. She's doubled in the backcourt and bounces for Sullivan. Eagles have numbers but won't take advantage as Sullivan dribbles to the right wing. Jen gives it to Penland. Sybil driving inside. Bounces. Johnson, the catch. Pump fakes, goes up and scores. Penland sets up Abigail Johnson for her third basket. Lady Eagles lead by 12. Dixon Booker has it stripped by Sullivan. Jen steps in, left elbow shot, short. Rebound comes back to her. Sullivan to the trailing Johnson. Eagles reset. Sullivan just 2 of 9 in this game, but Carson-Newman has had others step up. 7 to shoot, 2.5 to play in the third. 5 seconds. Sullivan getting in her bag. 2 seconds. Stops, bounces. Johnson out to Hill, and that's the shot clock violation. Another one by Carson-Newman in this contest. They've had a couple throughout the year. After an offensive rebound, Carson-Newman got its 14th offensive rebound on that trip, but just turned it over for the 14th time. Catawba ball down 12. They have not made a field goal in 3 minutes. Goodlet gives it to Dixon Booker, who crosses over, driving inside, stops, traveled. Got bumped by Johnson and lost her ability to maintain balance and turn it over. 13 of them now for the Indians. 2:15 to go in the third. Carson-Newman leads by 12, being outscored, though, in this third period. Sullivan dribbling out front with 2 to play. Left elbow touch, Sybil Penland faces up. Gives it back to Sullivan. She pump fakes a 3. Stops at the free throw line. Dishes it off. Johnson, the catch, got blocked out of bounds. Good defending there by Spry. She defended the ball in Sullivan and then blocked Johnson's shot. See there, you see Sullivan was defended and then Spry recovered well to block Johnson's shot out of bounds. 10 to shoot. Inbound to Ladd, top of the key. Gives off Penland. 5 seconds now to Sullivan. Sullivan driving baseline, steps back from the baseline, left it short. Offensive rebound, Sybil Penland. Her putback is no good. Rebound, Catawba. Eagles have missed some good chances inside after some offensive rebounds. Ingram spinning in the lane, forces one up and scores. Brooklyn Ingram is the first Indian in double figures with 10. And Catawba's deficit is, again, 10. Ladd to Penland. Sybil crosses over, driving to the block. Finds a cutting Ladd. One dribble, step-in shot, good. Madeline Ladd off the bench has 10 points for Carson-Newman. 4 of 5 shooting, and it's a 12-point Carson-Newman lead. Spry in the middle, gives to Ingram. Ingram back to Goodlett. Ladd is 2 points off her career high in this game. First double-figure scoring game of the year and third of Ladd's career. Janice, top of the key, hands off for Goodlett. Goodlett drives, running right-hand shot off glasses, short, rebound, defensive rebound by Madeline Ladd. She sprints, lobs for Sybil Penland front court, and Penland threw it away. Right idea, but Penland's pass was a little low inside for Johnson. 15th Carson-Newman turnover. 44 seconds to go in the third. The Eagles' lead is 12. Janice, left-hand dribble, lost it, tried to pass it and then lost it. Caroline Hill has it in the front court for Carson-Newman and then got fouled by Julie Janice. Janice just committed her 4th foul. (60-48). Both teams are in the penalty. So free throws for Caroline Hill. Hill is going to the line for the first time in this game. She has only taken 2 free throws this year, 1 of 2. First free throw is in the air, and it's swished in. Caroline has 6 points in this game, averages 8. Coming off the bench for the second straight game. Next one up, good. 62-48. Mike Mincy's team still in this 2-2-1 pressure. Goodlett dribbling the ball, bounces middle, Spry turns, gives it back to Goodlett, and the Eagles see Catawba break the pressure. 3-second difference between the timers, and Goodlett is either fouled or there's a foul away from the ball. There's a foul away from the ball. It's on Johnson, fouling Spry. 3rd foul on Johnson, so that's the 3rd Lady Eagle with 3 fouls. And it'll send Mary Spry to the line with 19 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. Spry spins the basketball. First one's up good. Spry has her first point after halftime. Her 4th point after halftime now. And makes both free throws. She's got 9. Inbound Sullivan. Shot clock is dark. Mike Mincy tells Sullivan to keep it near midcourt here before getting ready to shoot this final shot of the half, or of the quarter, sorry. Sullivan, Penland, Ladd, 4 seconds. Ladd around Johnson, screen, top of the key, tries to heave it up. Spry blocked the shot, and that's the 3rd quarter. Good defending there by Mary Spry. Another block for the senior center in this game. Her 5th brings the 3rd quarter to a close, 62-50. Catawba outscores Carson-Newman in the 4th quarter, but still trails by 12 as we put 10 more minutes on the scoreboard and get set for the 4th quarter after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back for the fourth quarter in the SAC opener. It's Carson-Newman 62 and Catawba 50 as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Carson-Newman's won each of its last 6 SAC home games. In their first SAC home game of a season, they've won 6 straight and trying to win their 8th SAC opener in their last 9, up 12 as we get set for the start of this fourth quarter. Catawba outscored Carson-Newman in that third quarter 22-18 and held the Lady Eagles to just 33% shooting, and that field goal percentage mark for Carson-Newman is down to 40% in the game. Catawba shot 43% in that period as well. Williams long skip, Brooklyn Ingram right wing, rips through, between the legs, dribble against Rogers, into the lane, fades and bricks it off the backboard. Defensive rebound, Keely Rogers. She's tied for the team lead with 7. 7 boards for Rogers, 5 points. Gives it off to Gonzalez. The Eagles have their starting 5 on the floor to start the fourth. Gonzalez lobs for Heath. Third inside. Knuckles has a mismatch, but that pass was too high, or too far out of the reach of Knuckles by Rogers, and Carson-Newman turns it over for the 16th time. The Eagles have been really good about taking care of the ball. Not in this one so far. Has not hurt them, though, thanks to quality defense and offensive rebounding. Stokes driving baseline against Heath. Missed the shot. Good interior defending by Chloe Heath there. May have got a block on that play as well, and the Eagles go in transition. Keeley lobs for Emily Gonzalez. Gonzalez, left-hand dribble to the basket. Left hand off glass is short. Defensive rebound, Brooklyn Ingram, her second. Scoreless start to this fourth quarter both ways. Ingram left wing. Throws it high post. Spry turns and kisses it off the glass with the left hand. Spry joins Ingram in double figures, and it's a 10-point game. Gonzalez crosses half court. She is the point guard for Carson-Newman. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists in this game. Emily dribbles at the top of the key. Crossover dribble. Stops at the elbow, shoots, and missed it. Back iron. Rebound Ingram. Ingram bounces for Goodlett. Carson-Newman scoreless to start this fourth quarter. Ingram, left wing 3 is short. Rebound Gonzalez, her 8th rebound. Gonzalez doubled, lobs for Knuckles. 4-on-3. Knuckles driving inside, stops up and under is no good. Offensive rebound. Knuckles goes back up and got fouled. More second chance opportunities by Carson-Newman. Now 17 offensive rebounds, and it leads to free throws for Knuckles. Right idea on the up and under. Got the friendly roll after missing the shot short. It came right back to her. And then she was fouled. And all get free throws. First one's in the air, and it's swished in. Carson-Newman sharp from the line. Both these teams sharp from the line. A combined just 2 misses in 28 attempts. Knuckles eyes the next free throw and buries both. 64-52. Ingram. And Catawba breaks the pressure with Goodlett, the point guard. Reversing Sanaya Wilson. High post touch, Spry backing down. Knuckles fades away, and Knuckles blocked the shot, and Carson-Newman can't believe it. Maddie Knuckles dinged for the foul. That's her 3rd, so 4 Lady Eagles have 3 fouls in the game. Another look at it. Hard to tell there. Looks like some ball potentially there. Spry gets free throws and swishes in the first free throw. 11 for her. She is 4 of 4 from the line. Next one's good. 64-54. Inbound Gonzalez in the backcourt. Right-hand dribble. Up the sideline to cross half court. Mike Mincy yells for a play as the Lady Eagles bring it front court. Sullivan skips Rogers. Left wing Knuckles. Rogers pressured at the right wing, drives baseline, spins, kicks it out Heath. Reverse to Gonzalez with 5. She'll launch a left wing 3. It's short. Defensive rebound, Mary Spry. Goodlett driving in transition to the basket. Blocked by Chloe Heath and out of bounds. Chloe Heath, the race is another shot inside. Her 2nd of the game and 5th of the year. Inbound Spry, right elbow. Jab step. Now right-hand dribble. Spins against Heath and throws it up off the back of the iron. No good. Defensive rebound, Keely Rogers, her 8th. Rogers, 3 minutes into this fourth quarter, will bring it across half court with the Eagles up by 10. Sullivan, top of the key. Guarded by Dixon Booker. Sullivan just 4 points. Goes out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez driving middle. Right-hand floater in the lane is short, but a foul. Sanaya Wilson, the foul. That is her first. Catawba's second of the quarter. And Emily Gonzalez is going back to the line. Carson-Newman's offense has not been in fine tune in this game, only shooting 37%, but is taking advantage of the free throw line. As Gonzalez goes back there and swishes in the first free throw, she is 5 of 6 in this game. She spins the basketball and throws the next one up and good as well. Carson-Newman has a team now 15 of 16 from the stripe, and it's a 12-point lead. Janice spins, stops in the backcourt. Overhead pass to Dixon Booker into the front court. Dixon Booker drives, spins on Knuckles, throws it up off glass, no, but another foul called. Maddie Knuckles called for the foul. That's her 4th. So the first Lady Eagle with 4 fouls. And the fouls continuing to stack up for both sides. There have been a combined 37 fouls in this game. Mano and Lads coming in for Carson-Newman to replace Knuckles. So Knuckles 4, Gonzalez 3, Rogers 3, Johnson 3. That's the foul trouble for CN as Dixon Booker makes the first free throw. Catawba has Julie Janis with 4, Brooklyn Ingram with 3, Mary Spry with 3. And all three of those players are starters. Dixon Booker makes both. Johnson's coming in for Chloe Heath at the 6:31 mark of this fourth quarter. Indians have stayed close in this second half, but they've not gotten any closer than this. 8 points. Gonzalez double, throws it middle for Sullivan. Difficult catch is made by Jen. Inside the arc, she goes and gives to Rogers. Keeley stops at the free throw line, goes right corner. Mano and Lads open for a 3. It's off the back of the iron and missed. Rebound, Catawba. Goodlet and the Indians trail by 10. I said they trail by 8. It's a 10-point deficit. They've not gotten any closer than 8 in this second half. Spry spins and throws it off the glass, and now it's an 8-point deficit for Catawba. Mary Spry has 15 to lead Catawba. Gonzalez sprints front court, gets inside the arc, navigating the painted area, goes to Ladd, back out front Sullivan. Sullivan, 4 points in the game, bounces and traveled. Sullivan has 2 turnovers and is just 2 of 10 from the field. Not her night. Her 4 points were all scored in the first half. She's not scored since the second quarter. They've got a kicked ball and a double team in the backcourt. Indians hanging around. They've held Carson-Newman to 37% shooting, and in this half have held Carson-Newman to 25% shooting and only 20 points. Janice inbounds. Gets it back on a return pass. Sprinting up the floor she goes in the painted area. Bounces. Dixon Booker, the catch in the deuce. 6-point game, 66-60. 5:20 to play. Sullivan lobs to Ladd to break the timeline. Ladd steps into an elbow shot, and it's off the back of the iron. No good. Defensive rebound, Ingram and the Indians. Ingram dribbles right in front of Sullivan, who takes it away. Jen driving inside and got... Well, I thought she was going to be fouled. Looked like she tried to pass to Ladd, and all got deflected out as her and Dixon Booker got tangled up here. Yeah, didn't get any of the ball. That was a missed call there as Dixon Booker went to swipe and just missed the ball. 5:02 to play. Caroline Hill back in for the Eagles. She inbounds for Ladd. Reverse to Gonzalez, left wing. Gonzalez, right-hand dribble, and got fouled. Another foul. That's on Bailey Goodlet, her 3rd. Media timeout here in Holt. A lot of fouls in this game and a lot of free throws. There have been 37 combined fouls between these two teams. They've combined to take 35 free throws and make all but 2 of them. 66-60. Carson-Newman, though, just shooting 24% after halftime and still leads by 6 points. 4:53 to go in this one. We're back to Holt after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back courtside at Holt, Carson-Newman leads by 6 points despite 24% shooting here in the second half. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Gonzalez inbounding left baseline, lobs late to Johnson out front. She dribbles and gives to Madeline Ladd. Ladd to Keely Rogers. Rogers around a Ladd screen with 12. Looking inside, lobs high post Johnson, backing down Spry. Here comes a double. Johnson splits it, throws it up, and it rolls through. A difficult shot from Abigail Johnson finds its way through the cylinder, and it's an 8-point Carson-Newman lead. High post, Spry wants her chance against Johnson and can't answer. Janice offensive rebound and got fouled from behind. Janice attacking the offensive glass. That's Catawba's just 6th offensive rebound, but free throws coming for Julie Janice. Positioned herself well there, and Rogers fouled her from behind. That's 4 fouls on Keely Rogers. First free throw from Janice is good. Catawba is 19 of 20 from the line. Both these teams have been fantastic from the stripe. Janice's next one is up, and it does not get the friendly roll. Gonzalez taps the rebound to herself. That's 9 boards. She's doubled and gives to Johnson. Cross-court skip Rogers to break the timeline. Eagles by 7. Trying to close out a second straight win in the SAC opener. Madeline Ladd rips through, gives it corner Gonzalez. Thought about a triple, instead puts it on the floor. Throws it left block Johnson, back to Gonzalez. She pump fakes with 7. Gives it back to Johnson at the baseline. 4 to shoot, back to Gonzalez. Left wing 3 is in the air. Swish! Gonzalez clutch from distance. That's her second 3. She's got a game-high 18, and Carson-Newman leads by double digits. That possession seemed to be going nowhere, and Gonzalez pays it off with another triple. Dixon Booker to the right side for Janice. 3.5 to play in Holt. Goodlet around his screen. Right-hand pass to the free throw line. Spry driving and scoring off glass. Mary Spry's got 17, and it's 71-63. Gonzalez, a rebound away from her first career double-double, will walk it up the floor. Gonzalez dribbling out front, gives it to Ladd. 3 to play. Rogers, right-hand dribble to Caroline Hill, reverse to Madeline Ladd. Ladd with 10 to shoot, gives to Rogers. Rogers sizing up Goodlet. Drives, stops at the block, bounce pass out to Ladd. 4 to shoot. Janice to the floor for the steal and gives it to Spry. Transition, Goodlet, right-hand layup, good. 6-point game. 71-65. 2:40 to play. Eagles bring it into the front court for Caroline Hill. She picks her dribble up and shovels it for Gonzalez. Indians have made 4 of their last 5 shots. Gonzalez in the lane. Left wing, it's Caroline Hill. Hill to Rogers. Back to Hill. One more. Left corner. Gonzalez for 3. Short. Rebound, Mary Spry. 2:10 to play. Catawba running. Goodlet transition. Wild shot off glass. Missed it. Rogers another rebound. She's doubled. And Mike Mincy's yelling for a timeout on the front court, and he gets it. Keely Rogers grabs her 9th rebound to give Carson-Newman possession. Was double-teamed, and Mike Mincy burns his 2nd timeout. He'll have 2 left, while Catawba has 3 left with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to play in this basketball game. A second half where Catawba has outscored Carson-Newman 37-27 to make this a thing down the stretch. Their defense and efficient offense has been the difference in this second half to make this a single-digit game. Carson-Newman's shooting 29% in the second half, while the Indians are shooting 42% in this basketball game. 71-65. It'll be Eagles ball out of the timeout. Eagle fans, stick around for the Domino's post-game report for the selection of the premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Also stick around because Carson-Newman men's basketball will play a non-conference contest with Augusta out of the Peach Belt. 3rd straight Peach Belt opponent for Chuck Benson's crew coming to hold here 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Sullivan doubled in the backcourt and throws it away. Ingram jumps the passing lane. Right-hand layup from the left side is good. 71-67. Indians within 4. Madeline Ladd into the front court to a cutting Gonzalez. Right-hand layup is good. Ladd to Gonzalez, who has back-to-back 20-point games. And the Eagles back up 6. Much-needed answer. To the baseline, Spry faces up, goes around Heath, and is fouled. 95 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Chloe Heath whistled for the foul, her 2nd. Team foul 4. Every foul in the 4th quarter here the rest of the way will give Catawba free throws as Spry gets the front iron roll after the first free throw. She has 18 points. And after just 4 points in the first half has erupted for 14 in the second. Too strong on the free throw and a defensive rebound collected by Heath, who gives it to Gonzalez. Heath has 8 rebounds. Gonzalez sprints across the timeline. She's doubled, dribbles out of it, bounce past Heath. One more left corner. Ladd turns down the 3. Skip it, Sullivan. Sullivan pump fakes, drives, bounces, knuckles the catch, the left-hand layup. Great execution by the Lady Eagles. It's a 7-point lead, 75-68. 65 seconds to play, and Catawba's calling a timeout. 32nd timeout. When Carson-Newman's offense needed to get right to close this thing out, it has. Mike Mincy's team has made 4 of its last 5 shots from the field to keep pace with a Catawba team that has made 5 of its last 7. 75-68 is the score. Carson-Newman trying to defend home court and win a 9th straight, dating back to last season. And over the past couple of seasons, the Eagles have won 28 of their last 29 home games. Trying to extend that mark as well with a win in the SAC opener against Catawba. 75-68 is the score. Gonzalez, Knuckles, Ladd, those are the 3 double-figure scorers for Mike Mincy's team. Emily has 20 points and 9 rebounds, a rebound away from a double-double. Madeline Ladd has 10 points off the bench, a season high, while Maddie Knuckles quietly has 16 points and has made 7 free throws in this game. That's 16 points for Maddie Knuckles is a new career high. She had 15 last year in this building against Wingate, and quietly in this game has now a career-high 16 after that layup before the Catawba timeout. All on a night where Jen Sullivan is 2 of 10 from the field. 66 seconds to play. Inbound Ingram to Goodlet. Indians must score on this trip to stay alive. Janice, left wing. Fakes a pass, throws it to Spry, backing down. Knuckles goes left shoulder, missed it short, gets an offensive rebound, goes back up and scores it and 1. And that's the 5th foul on Maddie Knuckles. She has fouled out of this game with 52 seconds to play. Carson-Newman's defense was good initially, but it worked out for Spry to miss the first one because She now has a 3-point play opportunity as Chloe Heath will have to return to the floor here and take the place of Knuckles. 5-point game. Both teams have 2 timeouts. This will keep it a 2-possession game regardless. Spry does make the free throw. 4 straight 20-point games for her to start the year. Clock started there. I think, no, they've got a timeout on the inbound by Carson-Newman. Did the clock start? I think they're going to put a second back on the clock there. They're going to look for the right time at the scorer's table. 75-71 is the score. 51.7 seconds to play in the game. It's a 4-point game, and in a situation here where Catawba does not need to foul. They do have one to give, so they will have to give one if they need to foul to put Carson-Newman at the free throw line. But at this stage in the game, they can play this possession out. They'll obviously still try to force a turnover and continue to play their chaotic Catawba defense. But can still play this possession out and hopefully get a stop in their case to then try to make this a 1-possession game. Meanwhile, Carson-Newman's going to try to run this clock, you'd figure, and look for the best available shot to try to close this thing out. A 3-pointer makes it a 3-possession game, and a 2-point basket keeps it at a 2-possession game. Gonzalez, Ladd, Sullivan, Heath, Rogers, the 5 for the Lady Eagles. Goodlet, Ingram, Spry, Dixon, Booker, and Janis, the 5 for Catawba. Gonzalez is inbounding. Gonzalez looks, inbounds Chloe Heath, 50 seconds. Heath gives it back to Gonzalez, and Catawba will play this possession out. Goodlet hounding Gonzalez. 20 on the shot clock. Gonzalez doubled and fouled. So there's the foul to give. Brooklyn Ingram called for the foul. That's her 4th. So 2 Indians on the floor now have 4 fouls, Ingram and Janis. And of the 5 on the floor, they are all in foul trouble except for Dixon Booker, who has 1. Inbounds Sullivan. She turns, dribbling near midcourt, gets around Janis inside the arc, kicks it out Rogers. She turns down the 3, bounce it. Sullivan, and Janis steals it away. Janis to the basket, left hand layup, good, and 1. Julie Janis, the steal and score, and it's a 2-point game. 75-73, 28 seconds to play. Rogers, a little bit of a lazy pass. Janis, the deuce, and this to make it a 1-point game. The free throw from the lefty is off to the left. Rebound Rogers, and Mike Mincy just called a timeout. His final timeout with 27 seconds to play. 75-73. Carson-Newman's turned it over 20 times in this game, and the Indians are hanging around. They've scored 20 points off those 20 turnovers. And Carson-Newman will have 1 timeout remaining. The officials are actually talking at the scores table about how many timeouts these two teams should have and discussing that. Carson-Newman, though, has turned it over 20 times. That's the second most in a game this year. They turned it over 22 times in a 96-point showing against Clayton State. They've turned it over 20 times on a day. They've only scored 75 and have shot 39% from the field. Mike Mincy breaks the huddle with his club, who needs to take care of the ball and make free throws to seal a 4th win in a 2nd straight. .2 seconds to play. Rogers will inbound in front of the Lady Eagles bench. Looking, gets it to Gonzalez. Emily is fouled. See who it's on here. It's on Bailey Goodlet. That's her 4th. So Janis, Ingram, Goodlet all have 4 fouls for Terrence McCutcheon's team. Ingram returns to the floor. And now it's about making free throws, something Carson-Newman has done 15 out of 16 times in this game. Emily's first one's in the air, and it's swished in, 76-73. Emily has matched her career high. She had 21 last game. She's got 21 in this one. This for a new career high, and she bangs it through. Cool as can be. 22 in white has 22, and it's a 4-point game with 25 seconds to play. Timeout, Catawba. 30-second timeout, and the Indians will draw up a play here, down by 2 possessions. Still a lot of time here, and you would figure Catawba is going to go obviously for the best available shot. Does not need to be a 3, though. Just a basket to make this a 1-possession game is critical. Indians do have 1 timeout left as well. Top 3-point shooter for Catawba is Brooklyn Ingram. She has 12 on the year and 2 in this game. Catawba is just 4 of 13 from the 3-point line in this game, though. No other Indian on the team besides Cherie Gidney, who's not on the floor, has made multiple threes this year entering the day. Janice will inbound. 25 seconds to play and hold. Inbound, Brooklyn Ingram catches near midcourt. Guarded by Sullivan. Timer down to 20 seconds. Brooklyn Ingram gives a pass to Janice. Throw at high post. Spry turns, shoots, and missed it. Rebound deflected out. Janice tracks it down. 10 seconds. Janice gives to Spry. 8 seconds, and Catawba burned a timeout. No timeouts left for Catawba. Good defensive sequence there by CN. And good individual defense by Chloe Heath to not allow Spry to make that basket. And a chaotic sequence eventually forced Catawba into its final timeout. No team has a timeout remaining with 8.4 seconds to play. Mike Mincy barks instructions to his club, who is trying to hold off a chaotic Catawba team that has forced Carson-Newman into 20 turnovers and has played a great defensive half. The Indians have held Carson-Newman to 35% shooting in the second half and just 9 field goals after making 17 in the first 20 minutes of this basketball game. Carson-Newman's trying to win its second straight, while Catawba is trying to also win its second straight, playing its first game in 10 days. Indians play a bunch of games over the next week before hosting Lincoln Memorial next Saturday, another conference contest. Janice will inbound in front of her own bench. 7 seconds. Goodlet rips through, driving straight to the basket. Right-hand layup is good off glass. 4 seconds. Chloe Heath Ladd inbounds. Throws it down the floor. Sullivan tracking it down. Right-hand layup is good. Heads-up find, and that'll seal a Lady Eagles victory. Carson-Newman wins at Holt for the 9th straight time dating back to last season, and they've won back-to-back games, holding off a second-half Catawba surge to win 79-75. Heads-up play for Madeline Ladd, the length of the floor to Sullivan, and Carson-Newman closes out a win in its first SAC home game for the 7th straight season. Mike Mincy's teams have now won 8 of their last 9 in SAC openers and improved to 12-3 in the first conference game of the season. Catawba put up a great fight. 4 players scoring double figures, but the Eagles get it done behind another great performance from Emily Gonzalez. She resets her career high for the 2nd straight game. Scores 22 points with 9 rebounds to pace the Lady Eagles to a 4-point victory. Domino's post-game report heads your way after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's postgame report starts in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Left wing Rutherford, 3 up, and kaboom! Torrey Rutherford.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Mike Mincy, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC electrifying play and the premier building maintenance player of the game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium press box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
Carson-Newman wins its 7th straight SAC home opening game by a final score of 79-75 here in Holt Fieldhouse. Glad you're back with us for the Domino's post-game report. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pizza for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. 79-75, the final for Mike Mincy's crew, and they needed to slug this one out in the second half. Only scored 35 points and only shot 37% in the second half, but found a way to get this thing done thanks to good offensive rebounding throughout and enough good defense. They did allow 20 or more points in 3 of the 4 quarters, but held Catawba to 7 points in that second quarter. That was a quarter Carson-Newman outscored Catawba by 16 points. That separation was critical in this game because the Indians ended up outscoring Carson-Newman by 12 points over the final 20 minutes of this game. But the Lady Eagles get this one done by a 4-point margin, 79-75. Emily Gonzalez resets her career high for her second straight night. 22 points on 6 of 13 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3, and made 8 of her 9 free throws for a Carson-Newman team that only missed 1 free throw, 17 of 18 from the stripe. Maddie Knuckles also scored in double figures, 16 points for her on 4 of 9 shooting. She also reset her career high, 1 point more than what she had previously. 15 against Wingate was her career high last year. She now has a new career high of 16 in this game. Madeline Ladd off the bench was great for Carson-Newman, 10 points in 19 minutes on the floor, made 4 of her 8 shots and drilled 2 of her 4 three-pointers in this game. Madeline Ladd is today's premier player of the game. Excellence does not happen by accident. The premier team delivers service with pride. Ladd's 10-point burst is the 3rd time she's gone in double figures in her career, and her effort was critical for Carson-Newman's offense in this victory, 79-75. Catawba had 4 players in double figures. Kyra Dixon Booker had 11, but it was Mary Spry's 21 points and 9 rebounds. Her 4th straight 20-point game to begin the year helps pace Catawba to a 4-point loss in this game. Brooklyn Ingram had 12. Bailey Goodlett had 13 points. Goodlett filled the stat sheet with 6 rebounds and 6 assists as well. Catawba shot 41%, outshot Carson-Newman in this game despite making 4 less threes. The Indians, though, were crushed on the glass, 49-31 and 17-8 on the glass. Despite Carson-Newman, though, grabbing 9 more offensive rebounds, the Indians had more second chance points in this game. Final score 79-75. Take our final break here on the Domino's post-game report to wrap this one up before we get you set for Carson-Newman men's basketball's contest with Augusta. We wrap up our women's broadcast with a look around the SAC scoreboard in a moment. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club. More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Andrew Rogers back courtside to wrap things up here from Holt Fieldhouse in our first of 2 games on this November 29th. Carson-Newman takes care of Catawba 79-75 in the SAC opener. It's Carson-Newman's first SAC win of the year. They've won now 8 of their last 9 SAC openers thanks to this 4-point victory. Around the league today, Coker goes to Tusculum and wins by 27 points in a bounce-back effort. Coker got a game-high 15 from Shantiana Tillman in the 72-45 victory over the Pioneers. Cobras are 1-0 in the league. Newberry stays unbeaten. They beat Livingstone 65-61. Wolves got 23 from Raquel Brown in the victory. Elsewhere in the league, these are all other non-conference affairs the SAC teams played today. Young Harris defeated UVA Wise 78-62. Young Harris led by Annalise Malone. Madison Looney had 18 for the Cavaliers. Johnson C. Smith takes care of Mars Hill 67-48. The Lions were outscored by 12 points in that second half and fall by 19 points. Once again, the final score here from Holt Fieldhouse, it's Carson-Newman 79 and Catawba 75. Lady Eagles are back on the floor next Saturday at Ranked Coker. It's a 2 o'clock tip with 1:45 airtime. But for now, we bring you the AEC countdown to tip-off as Carson-Newman men's basketball plays its third straight game against a Peach Belt Conference team. That heads your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the